Hi, and welcome to the Virgo full moon astrology update. So, Virgo is all about criticizing one's health, appearance, how they are in service to the world, and their constant struggle with that and being the absolute best and the high standards. Everything about this video is so not Virgo. My appearance, the professionalism, etc., etc. So this is really critical for Virgos. It's kind of classic irony. I am so not the Virgo. I am actually all the Pisces energy that's in this full moon reading. So when you've got a full moon, it's about bringing to light and a culmination of energies that you've been working through. So the idea is you've come to a crescendo, if you will, and now it's time to look at the finer details and criticize with a microscope on how you've screwed up or how things haven't gone the way you've planned with your health, your work, your daily routines, pets, how you're molding your appearance and yourself in the world. Is it all going along to plan? And if it's not, the energy could be quite brutal in as much as identifying what isn't working and really grilling yourself for it. Pisces, on the other hand, is the opposite of this full moon. So Pisces is the opposite of Virgo. So Pisces is about spirituality and expansion and consciousness and understanding that we're spiritual beings and we're all connected. Virgo isn't into that. Virgo doesn't really want to entertain that thought. It's like, no, I'm not all, I am one and I am worthy. And whereas Pisces is the absolute opposite of, yeah, I'm worthy but I'm worthy and I'm okay with that. Virgo, yeah, no, really isn't interested too much in that. So there could be a lot of self analyzing, and the whole idea of it being opposite Pisces. So you got the full moon at 27 degrees. So this is what you call your critical degrees, because it's the end of the three decans when it comes to astrology chart readings. So you're at the crescendo, you're at the end, and it's quite critical. And the opposite is the sun is 27 of Pisces. So Pisces being understanding, you're getting to the end of understanding and awareness of your consciousness. And, it's we're all very spiritual and lovely and wonderful, and we're there, and it's, if we're not there, then we're going deeper. And then Virgo on the other opposite end of the scale is like, I'm not going deeper, I'm driving myself mad because I haven't got to where I've wanted to get to, and now I'm going to pick myself to death, which can be really damaging to the self. The idealistic views of how you are and grooming yourself and how you want to be of service in the world, and if you're not doing enough, it becomes quite clear within yourself and you start thinking, I've got to do more. The lesson for Virgo is understanding that it's okay to not be a perfectionist. It's okay not to totally work yourself to the bone. It's okay to step back and let people be themselves. So that's one of the biggest things that Virgo has to learn to embrace within oneself and relax a little bit, step back a little bit and enjoy. Feel free to leave comments. That's fine if you disagree with that's how a Virgo is. But Virgos are very staunch and stoic and can be very scattered and want a lot of information all the time and want to do a lot of different things. And their idea is they've got to hone in and relax and, set their stage for success without perfection and having a laugh. What's interesting about this chart, I've got a split screen here, is that you've got the part of fortune in Virgo as well. Part of fortune is a part of an astrological chart to do with what you're actually destined to do, or where your real heart lies in wanting in this incarnation. And it being a part of fortune, being in Virgo, is being the best self for society, being the best self for self. But society has a big pull on that. So it's understanding not to constantly be in flow with society. It's okay to stand out and not please everybody. So we have what we call a big cluster of energy, which is called like a stellium in the chart. We've got the Sun in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, Jupiter in Pisces, Venus in Pisces. Mercury in Pisces. This is a lot of energy congested in the opposite of the moon. So you may not be completely overwhelmed with the perfectionism of the Virgo moon or criticism and analysis. You could be really tied up in communicating and moving towards different goals and different things in your life at this moment. There's not a lot of Virgo standing quite on its own in this chart. So it doesn't, for me, have a super amount of energy. You're more so dealing with your Pisces stuff in your chart at the moment. Mercury, Jupiter, Neptune, Sun in Pisces. Very interesting that we're at the 27 degree, about to move into the Aries season. So we could feel like we're starting to identify what's not working, in tune with the Virgo and analysis of oneself and life or others, because Virgo can be very critical of others. So you could be looking and identifying about things that are Mercurial, Jupiterian, Neptunian, and quite obvious out in the open in your life at this point. So there could be a cluster of information and a lot of heady stuff going on at the moment behind the scenes for yourself. So take it easy. Neptune there is very expansive and can be quite distracting because it's not honing in on particular details, whereas Mercury is after that. And in Pisces, it could be very disrupted day to day. And with Jupiter there, your ideals and your goals and where you're setting your sights could be very varied and all over the place, shall we say. So what I'm getting from the chart is take it easy, learn to step back a little bit, take 3 deep breaths. I always suggest this when I begin my readings with 3 deep breaths with clients, and I find that it brings you back to center pretty quickly and to keep you present. Keeping yourself present is about work with what you know right now, not what you're thinking is the possibilities. Stay here right now. Just stay with me. Send to yourself 3 deep breaths and take your time. So disruptions, distractions, too much thinking, maybe a lot of escapism activities going on, well, drinking, drugs, partying, doing things that we know we should be doing, Virgo, for our practical day-to-day success, but we'll go in the opposite direction because there's a lot of energy there, and when we can be a little bit lazy at this point. And maybe it's meant to be a little bit lazy and not so critical, because the concentration of again, over analysis and criticism of oneself and others can be quite damaging. So the Pisces is sort of balancing this out a little bit. So if you're finding yourself scattered or a little bit all over the place, take yourself back to center, 3 deep breaths, relax and enjoy yourself. This is planet Earth. We're not perfect, but we're certainly not here to check out all the time when it gets tough. So just deal with things to the best of your abilities. So in a nutshell, that's what I get for the full moon. And we're right at the end of the season now in regards to it. We're about to step into the next astrological year of Aries. So there's new energy that's going to be coming in. So you will be feeling very much, if you haven't been in check with your New Year's resolutions, if you haven't really succeeded or got very far since the beginning of the year, the planets are now in favor and moving forward quite quickly, especially your personal planets being Venus, Mars, and Mercury. So you will probably find that you now have the energies and energies coming through to help you get to the steps that you would like to achieve your goals or plans. So enjoy the Virgo moon. Don't forget to clean your crystals as well. The crystals love being cleaned, and the best time to sage your house if you're into saging. Saging is like with a smudge stick, sage or sour panto. That's the best time to cleanse your house. And Virgo loves a clean, cleansed home, just as they like that for their spirit, because they quite think of themselves as quite pure. That's why they strive for that. And that can be quite wearing. So you'll probably notice a lot of Virgos are very high strung. So they're humans too. Give them a hug and let them know it's okay to relax. So yeah, so if you clean your crystals every full moon, cleanse your house when you bring the crystals back in, or when they're nice and energized from the moon's energies. It gives a feeling every month of, there's a cleaner energy coming through. This is, and it keeps you in mind that, we are of the earth. Our ideals and, our perfectionism and how we fit into society, forget that. That's all an illusion. You do you, and that's enough. Okay. All right. Well, much love. I hope you enjoyed the report. I'm going to be doing this every month for the moons. New moons, I'm thinking about it. The channel is quite new. As you can see, that's not as professional, Virgo. But I'll get there. And the idea is to give you some ideas about the energies that are coming up that you can work with. And learn to know your chart, know thyself. It's really important, because once you know yourself and your charts, it also gives you an insight of the upcoming transits through the years, and because we're all cyclical, and it's always the same sort of things going on through the years with the planets. But you can maneuver through the astrological year a lot more with a lot more information, and you won't feel like you're walking through water all the time when you think, like, why is this happening? Well, you understand that there's some things going on in your chart that aren't complementary. So if you're interested in a chart reading, please reach out to me with the details in the description box below. Enjoy your Virgo full moon. Take it easy. Don't check out. But remember, you're part of the planet, and you are here, and you are loved. Much love.